I do want people to know that you do practice, but you can also learn to make your writing cleaner. And the more you practice, and you could look up some articles on, simple editing tips, the more clear your writing can be. So for example, like learning how to take all the general words you have and change them into very descriptive words.
Yes.
So like, instead of saying my boyfriend dumped me at the movies, you could go back and say, my boyfriend dumped me 5 minutes before we were going to see Black Panther, and I couldn't even taste my popcorn, or whatever, so like, there's always cool things you can do there is a craft to it, and you can improve that. So I'm always trying to learn new interesting ways to edit. Like, I cut out words like just, maybe, anything that ends in ly. I don't believe in hard and fast rules around that, but I do think it's important, because it's very caught up in the spiritual flowy side, but it is also kind of cool to like learn how to look at your writing and be like, this is amazing, how can I make it better, and learn some fun editing tips that work for you.
That's actually really great. So the whole thing is show, don't tell, show, don't tell, show, don't tell. Well, one of the things I had done was, when I was writing a lot, I'd go to the genre that I write. And all right, so I wasn't as sound on my spiritual, it's okay for everybody to have their opinions and be whatever.
Yeah.
I would get mad. I would go and I'd look at this book that's published by a publisher on the shelf, and it was all telling. I'd be like, they're telling. I'd put one down. I go, they're telling too. And then I put it down and I go, why am I trying to show so much? They're telling. But what's funny is I love description. I love to show, not tell. And memoirs do tell, but you do it in a showy way too, but you do talk. So I wasn't even looking at that. I just picked up books and was like, they're not doing it. And I would get really mad. And I think because I was trying to figure out where my footing was. It wasn't about them too much. It was finding my footing. And so I can take a paragraph, like you said, and have it written however I write it. And then I'll go, how can I show this more? And I'll go through and I can edit the same paragraph 4 or 5 times. And like on the 5th time, I'm like, it's one word different, but it made it better. Or I'll get it more descriptive, and then go, that's a little too much. And then maybe cut it down, or I can take it from showing to telling in a memoir. How would I tell this? Or if I was telling a story, how would I say this? And you can take it from that scene. In script development class, I had a script development class, and this was, oh my gosh, in the 90s at one of the colleges I went to then. And I was really bad at it. I don't do dialogue. I do descriptions. So my first script really sucked. My second script really sucked. I mean, it was just a scene, but as I read it, I'm like, oh, I got to turn it in. Well, this is not my genre. That's fine. And then I got really determined, and I'm like, you know what? If I were to write a good script, what would it sound like from me? And so the assignment was a young married couple that was unhappy. That was it. So everything I wrote was descriptions and camera angles. So I'm like, I do the camera here, here, here. It had no words in it. And at the very end, it had like 2 lines, whatever they said to each other. And I was determined to go last in class, because this was the first one I thought didn't suck. And I was like, oh my gosh, but I honed in on what my skill was, but made it fit the genre. And it was so funny. So when it got to the very end and I read my script, I was waiting for the response, and I read it, and it was silence. And I sat there, and one person goes, now I'm really sad. I'm like, yes! I was like, I did it. And then that was it. I accomplished that, because I didn't want to, that wasn't my thing. So it was like, but to be able to accomplish it felt really good. But I didn't accomplish it to pay, to get paid or anything like that. I accomplished it because it was a creative endeavor, and it took effort. There's a logic that comes with it, but anything that you work on expands you. So in the spiritual practice of how do you expand instead of contract? I think we can live very mediocre, and sometimes we get kind of caught up in our mediocre living as a whole. So to expand ourselves, we need to expand and do more. Nobody needs to know what we do inside our house. They don't have to know how much we write. They don't have to know how much we paint. If we make a vase, if I do decoupage, I'll take paper and put it in little triangles and put it all around this vase. And all of a sudden, boom, I have this beautiful vase that wasn't beautiful before. It was just glass. And I love doing stuff like that. And it's just, I don't know. Creativity, I think, enriches the life. And let's say you're very business and very logical. It gives you other pathways that your brain starts going down to figure out logical ways or non-logical ways, but either way, another answer to a problem. So yeah. I think our life can only be enriched by living a little more creatively.
Yay. That's beautiful. Well, thanks for having me on today, Tasha. I really don't have anything else to share with readers or with listeners other than, my book is Robot Coconut Trees. It's on Amazon. I know it's a weird title, but it's about creative writing, I promise. You can find me on kelseyhorton.com, but more importantly, I think for the show, Tasha can share, how you can get in touch with us as far as our Facebook group and things like that.
Yes, we have the Facebook group. It's a closed group, so just message me. Be bold, be fierce, be you. And it's people like us that just keep wanting to go deeper and deeper and deeper. And let's see, my website, it'sagoodvibe.com. I swear it's coming out soon. All I have to do is get this end stuff to Gene, and then he'll finish putting it together. And that's a website that you can find me, but it's for empowered living products and services. So my services will be listed on there, but products, I make hand-poured soy candles. I Reiki all of them. I have chakra balancing candles. They're really amazing. And I'm not saying that because I make them. I'm saying that because I have so much love making them. That's what makes them amazing. Not that, oh, this is mine. No, I have so much passion. It's kind of a way of writing. It's another creative endeavor. But I put a lot of love into these candles. I actually put on each candle made with love and sweet intentions. So it'sagoodvibe.com and TashaJ.com will be up soon. So for now, the big place for me is Facebook. Oh, and by the way, I've forgotten this since it is not everybody knows how my name is spelled. Tatia is Tatia. So if you look me up on Facebook, on Be Bold, Be Fierce, Be You, or Tasha J, I have a Facebook page. And I just want everybody to go out there, be bold with yourself, not with others. Be bold and get rid of whatever you don't need. Bring on whatever you do. Fiercely chase your dreams, your desires, and have a blast doing it. Go forward, clearing out all of that. Go forward to your destiny and leaving a legacy for the world, for your family, for you. And blessings.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day.
Coach on Fire Radio.